Welcome back to Chuck Chews. Today we're going to try for dinner. I'm bacheloring it tonight. The other half's not here. I'm going to have me a Totino's party pizza, pepperoni party pizza. You're my age. These are probably the closest thing you can get to school pizzas, the square pizzas. And it's almost somebody's dinner time, so she's like all up in my face and everything. Pepperoni pizza, seasoned pork, chicken, and beef pizza topping. Um, You can try it in a toaster oven. Stock your freezer with these. Yeah, they do get freezer burn pretty easy, so you got to eat them quickly, or you'll end up with a bunch of ice crystals on top of them. Heat your oven to 450 for a crisper crust. You place it directly on the middle oven rack. I never do that. Put it on a pizza pan. Um, and do 10 to 12 minutes. If you want a softer crust, you put it on a baking sheet and do 13 to 15 minutes. And I tell you, when you do that, it comes out pretty soft. It's too soft. It's mushy. It has a weird texture to it. So what I do is on this, and I do 10, 11 minutes, and it's usually still crispy but done. There's something that happens to it. Toaster oven is 450. Place on a toaster oven tray. Do not bake directly on a toaster oven rack. 15 to 16 minutes. I've done one of these in a toaster oven before. I did it for like 12 or 13. It was done. My little toaster. If you see my other videos, you probably see my little toaster oven. It's an antique. um, it does pretty well. I usually put it on foil because I don't have a little flat tray that goes in that thing. I keep looking over there because it's right there. All right. Now these you're supposed to tear up here in the corner, which my bum elbow won't let me. There we go. Let's try that corner. And you're supposed to tear and pull all the way down, and it never ever works. Spray pan. Spray your foil pan where you put it on because these things will stick. And also be sure to get all the cheese that falls out in there. That's what you end up with. You bake that for, well, depending on what you want, 10 to 15 minutes, something like that. Yep, 10 to 15. You can tell it's late. I'm tired. And you'll get a pizza. That was stupid. um, bake it for 10 to 15 minutes, and I'll be back then. Well, the pizza's done. I didn't get the. I missed on the crusty crust. I missed on the crispy crust. It's a little soft. Um, Another thing I didn't mention earlier. You see me put it on the foil, and I said spray the foil. It will still stick even though you spray it, but it doesn't stick as bad. There might only be one or two places instead of the whole thing. And you also want to leave it on that film or on that foil and slide it off onto your countertop when you cut it, so you don't damage your pizza pan or your baking sheet, whatever you cook it on. If you do it right on the baking rack, like they say, you're gonna have to slide it off onto something to cut it anyways, a cutting board or something. But just a little tip there. You definitely don't want to cut it on your plates. It's a greasy pizza too. It falls apart too. A lot of grease. Um, lost my lost my train of thought. Um, it's a it's a decent pizza. It's a cheap pizza. This is a hangover pizza. I got the Munchies pizza at 3 in the morning. It's not an award-winning pizza, but it's okay. Probably the best thing on this pizza is the pepperoni. Um, the other half gets just the cheese because she doesn't like the pepperoni, and she always has to add cheese to it. Sometimes I have to add cheese to this one. This one actually had quite a bit of cheese on it. But overall, they're not bad tasting. They are greasy. They are messy. You probably didn't understand a word of that. They are greasy and they are messy. Um, and one fatal flaw of these pizzas are I'm starting with this piece, and by the time if I go like this and eat across or whatever the last piece is you get to, it's generally cold. They get cold really fast. They don't hold their heat worth a hoot. Well, if you've had a Totino's pepperoni party pizza, let me know in the comments below. You like them or not? Like I said, it's the closest thing you can get to remind me of old school pizzas from the 80s. Because I don't know what the school pizzas look like now. They probably got pineapple and lettuce and all kinds of kale and everything else on top of them, making them healthy. If you like it, let me know. Till next video.